Hi, welcome back to the Save It for Parts channel. We've got a few last minute things to do on the airboat before we can take it out and test it on some ice. Right now the trailer is completely underneath this airboat, including the part that goes onto the hitch, and it doesn't really fit very well. So I need to make that tongue, or the part that attaches to the car, quite a bit longer so that the airboat can sit back on the trailer, people behind me can see the trailer's lights, and the airboat is centered more and balanced better when I'm pulling it down the road. So that's going to be a project for today, as well as putting in the new battery, fixing up this bit that I smashed last time I was testing it, and doing just a few other little bits and pieces here and there. If you missed the previous video where this popped off, I've done extensive forensic analysis on what happened, and I think the engine actually sucked up a piece of debris and shot it through this cage. So I'm pretty lucky not to have any damage on the prop. I'll roll the video of that so you can see what that looked like. And we're going to make sure not to have any loose items in the boat. If I have any small things like those baler buckets or small loose items that could be sucked up by this prop, I'm going to have them tied down a little better in the future. Got my new battery here. It's pretty small, but this is actually what's recommended for this motor and this starting unit. Probably they recommend this size because it's supposed to be an ultralight engine, and you don't want a car battery when you're flying around on something made out of canvas and paper. So I think I'm actually going to move my battery. It was formerly up in this center seat, and I think I'm going to move it closer to the engine so I'm getting more amps directly into that starter. And I think this is how it's designed to be. And my old battery that I was using is like 4 times heavier than this new one. This is just like a motorcycle battery. This new one weighs almost nothing. So I'm not as concerned about the weight distribution. Right now there is quite a bit of weight in the rear of this boat because the engine's back there, I'm sitting back there, and there's not a lot of counterbalance up front. So I was trying to get as much of the heavy things like batteries up at least towards the center of gravity, but I actually want more power right back here at the engine, so I'm going to go ahead and put this smaller battery as close as I can to the starter, and we'll see if that starts any better than it was. I had someone ask in the comments why I wasn't soldering and heat shrinking my wiring last time, and I realized I actually have some heat shrink around, so might as well do it a little more correct this time and see if it works any better. Okay, so I've finished moving the battery back to the rear where it's closer to the starter, and I can get more amperage up to the starter motor. And I still have it wired so my navigation and headlights work. And now I should have starting power as well. Power start. So next up I need to pry the trailer out from under here and lengthen that tongue so that this boat can ride better on the trailer when I'm going down the road. It's nice that everything is so small with this rig. I can just pick things up, move it around by hand. If I had a full-size Alabama swamp boat, I probably couldn't do this in my garage. So essentially what I'm going to do is just chop this trailer tongue, and then I've got these pieces of angle iron. Actually, I think it's aluminum, but these are left over from another project that we gave up on a while back, and since we never throw anything away, I still have this aluminum angle iron sitting around. So I'm going to take a few pieces of that and make an extension that sits within this tongue frame, but makes it 3 feet longer so that this is properly balanced for the boat. this looks a lot better. Now this trailer is looking a lot better. The airboat sits back far enough. You can see the trailer lights. And the tongue is now much longer, and there's actually space to hook it to a car. I also redid the wiring, so all those lights should work. And we should be ready to take this out to the nearest lake. And then one more little refinement I've done is this camera mount. Actually, it's a cell phone mount because I do have one GoPro. I'm planning to wear that on my body, and but I have a bunch of these old phones, so I'm going to use that as my rear view camera. Alright, so I've got the airboat all folded up, and if you haven't seen it folded up before, this is what it looks like. With the engine and propeller assembly folded flat onto the hull, so it is easier to get it in and out of the garage and easier to transport it. And so I think we are ready to head out to the lake. And since I took so long screwing around with all these other projects, I think the lake video is going to be a whole different video. I might end up posting these at the same time, so go ahead and check out the other video that posts around now, and you'll see me driving this stupid thing around on the lake. So go check that one out, and if you're in the mood, go ahead and like and subscribe while you're at it, and we'll keep doing silly projects like this, and we'll see you next time on the Save It for Parts channel.